Hi, my name is Shay, and today I will be talking about social media and technology and the negative effects it has on our lives. So, most likely, you've used your cell phone today, and the reason I know that is because the average person will end up spending 4 years of their lives looking down at their mobile devices. I mean, we use our devices for everything from figuring out where we're going to go, Googling something, or even, watching a YouTube video to do a DIY project that we always wanted to do. And as a young adult, I've seen technology rapidly grow. And don't get me wrong, I love it. I try to keep up with the latest gadgets. But it's caused a negative effect. And so today I'm basically going to be talking about those effects that it has on our health, our relationships with our children, and of course, our privacy. So I don't know if most of you have noticed, but social media has basically murdered real life conversations. I mean, we have Facebook and Twitter and all of that stuff, but it doesn't really bring us together. It really just creates a social confinement. Researchers have shown that when somebody gets off of Facebook, they feel more inadequate than they did when they first got on it. And I feel like the reason for that is because those websites are like self promotion websites. We post only the good pictures. We say what we want to say when we want to say it and who we want to say it to. And we don't really show the real us. When you're in person, you can't control and edit and delete, the things that you say. It just doesn't work like that. But on those sites, we can. So people don't really get to know the real us. They get to know what we want them to know about us. And then, of course, there's our kids. The average teenager spends about 7 hours on media, whether it's the TV or on the internet. And it has shown that one, ADHD is on the rise because of that. There's higher substance abuse. Kids get more aggressive and, or they have eating disorders. All of these things are kind of tied into social media. The kids these days, I know, compared to my childhood, are more exposed to violence on TV. And you can even Google sexual stuff. We didn't have access to all of that. And one of the things that the things that it causes is they get insecure because the self-image. You get on these websites and you see these music videos and these women and these guys look so perfect, and like, oh my god, I want to look like that, when in reality you never will, and those people never look like that, but that's what we see every day, so that's what we think it's supposed to look like. So now these kids have insecurities about their self-image. And then that also ties into internet bullying. A lot of kids are bullied these days. I mean, we shouldn't really be having to have these big, town meetings and whatnot about bullying and how to stop bullying on the internet. It's getting out of hand. And then, of course, there is our privacy. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but our privacy is slowly diminishing. If you look at a friend that posts a status about where they are, if you were to click on it, you can literally see the exact location they're in, down to the house and where they were at in a house. And it's kind of scary because when we're on these sites, we think we're checking in for our friends, but strangers can see it, and law enforcement, anybody can see these. And websites like Facebook give out stuff, information like this to advertisers, so advertisers can figure out what you want and where you live and all that stuff. And it's a little scary. So I feel like we need to be more cautious of what we do on websites like that, how much time we spend on it. And I feel like we need to learn to kind of cut our cell phones off. Instead of when you go out to eat and you got this really nice looking plate and you're like, oh, it's mouth watering. Instead of taking a picture of it, cut your cell phone off and enjoy the food. Or, when you're at a beautiful place, instead of taking pictures and worry about recording it so all your friends can see where you are, just enjoy the view. So, at the end of the day, we have to learn to cut our cell phones off, get our children from in front of the TVs and off the internet, put them back outside, help them lose weight because kids are overweight these days and diabetes is at a high. All this is because, it's more convenient to be in the house and watch TV and be on the computer. So, at the end of the day, I feel like we just need to learn to take control of our lives instead of being controlled. Um, Cut those devices off and just really enjoy life. Go say hi to a stranger, ask somebody for directions. It'll make life much better.